My name is Amber and I am a beekeeper in the northern suburbs of Brisbane. I own and run a small honey business called Teralba Park Honey. I got into beekeeping in the September of 2020, which was actually during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. I did originally want to have a few chickens in the backyard for their free-range eggs, but decided that there wasn't enough space, so I got a beehive and thought that it would be good to help pollinate the local trees and plants in the area. And it kind of just grew into a passion that I didn't realize that I had. So I now have over 20 hives across the northern Brisbane suburbs in people's backyards. Now, they not only provide a pollination service in all of these different suburbs, but they're also a really great educational opportunity. So a lot of the hives are on families' properties, so their children get to be included in the beekeeping experiences as well and help me when I go out there to harvest the honey. Another major element in my beekeeping journey is education. I have over 12 years experience as a Montessori educator in a variety of different settings, and my ability to be able to communicate with children in a really natural way really helps me to be able to share my beekeeping passion. I do have a frame of live bees that I take in with me to every incursion, and that helps children to be able to see bees up close. A lot of the time there's a bit of a phobia of bees. People think that because they have a stinger that they are going to get stung, and that's really not the case, and something that I really want to push in all of my educational sessions. Some of the things that we do is we look at our beekeeping tools and equipment, like our hive tool and our bee brush and our smoker, and we have little beekeeping costumes as well that the children are able to dress up in and be able to role play being a beekeeper. I also find that with taking the frame of live bees in as well, the adults really enjoy it. So adults usually have a bit of an experience that they've seen or that have happened to them in the past, where they've been stung by a bee either walking through the grass or looking at flowers, and they have a little bit of a fear with it. So being able to take that frame of live bees in and have that experience up close and personal really helps to put people at ease and be able to retrain themselves. There are 3 different types of colony members inside a European beehive. So we have our worker bees, our drone bees, and our queen bee. So our worker bees are actually making up 90% of our hive. So your hive is made up of female, so all our workers are female bees. They all have stingers, and they are the bees that contribute to the health and management of the colony. So they're the ones that clean, they're the ones that look after the brood and go out and forage for nectar and pollen as well. The next bee is our drone bee, which are the males. Now, you will typically only have about 10% of any hive that is males, and they don't have a stinger, they don't contribute to any of the colony maintenance, and their sole purpose is to reproduce with other queens in other hives. And finally, we have our queen bee, who everybody knows about, our queen bee. So she has a stinger that is not barbed, which means she can sting multiple times like a wasp. She will also be the one that produces all of the eggs for the hive. So your hive has about 60,000 bees in it on average. She will lay 2,000 eggs a day to be able to maintain that colony's population, and she'll live actually for about 5 years. My local community is really important to me and have been really supportive in my beekeeping journey. I go to local markets on a weekend and sell the honey from the bees, and it has been really well received. I get a lot of return customers who are really, really happy that they are able to have access to local raw honey that's made in the northern Brisbane suburbs. There's more things that you can do to help the bees as well. So you can actually plant bee-friendly gardens and allow those insects to be attracted into your garden. So that includes your solitary bees, like your blue-banded bees and your teddy bear bees, as well as your European honeybees and the very popular stingless bee. If you would like to contact us to find out more about our educational programs or where you can buy local raw honey, you can find us on Facebook at Teralba Park Honey, on Instagram, Teralba Park Honey, or simply search teralbaparkhoney.com.au.